Guys, I hear your complaints, okay? I hear them. And I am not changing my camera or mic, as you've noticed. Sup, dudes?
Hello.
So, the other day, while I was playing Roblox with my friends and they were arguing about which games to play, I noticed something. Roblox has a million games, but no games. Now, of course, before you start, getting angry at me and calling me unoriginal, writing your angry comments, sharpening your pitchforks, throwing your tomatoes, doxing my location, setting a pipe bomb in my house. Okay, I know this topic has a lot of videos around them, okay? I just, frankly, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't have any other ideas, and this just seemed like a fun video to make. Plus, I have my own opinions to share about this. So, anyway, let's just get to the video so I can start whining and complaining like a baby. Roblox has a problem by allowing everybody to make any kind of game they want on their platform, which, of course, is not an inherently bad thing.
Yes.
Actually, it's a very good thing. You want people to be able to out their opinions and ideas, their unique systems and worlds and stories out on your platform. So it's actually amazing that everyone gets a chance. The problem is just that people can earn money by making these games. So instead of trying to making unique, good games that are fun to play, have unique gameplay and are very unique, they over exaggerate on slop and just earning as much money as they want. Because, the people playing these are dumb babies. They don't know the difference. I can just make my game, add in a million in-game purchases to make them fly with a rainbow carpet. They'll just spend their mommy's credit card on me, and I'll be able to earn good. And obviously, that's a problem. To a point, I kind of get it. Obviously, you would want to make the most money. That's like human nature, maybe. Actually, I don't know. I'm not a psychologist or a bio. I don't study biology. But of all things, to oversaturate the market and make more supply than meets demand, why Roblox? Originally, I was gonna say that you can't earn money by Roblox. That you just have Robux and it's like, oh yeah, this in-game currency, I can make my skin look prettier. But I looked it up, and apparently, you can earn money with Roblox. Well, it's kind of like you need to make Robux and you can convert that Robux into money. You can't just do that with like one Robux, or you get donated some Robux in a game and convert it to money. You have to fall under some criteria. I looked it up. I'm not sure if this is 100% true. I didn't read that deep into it, but apparently Roblox needs to approve your game or your studio or whatever you do and make sure that you can earn money with that. So you need to have a few people in your group. That's why they always ask to join your group and other people playing your game and whatever. But they need to approve of you. That's a point. So my problem is that Roblox is just approving these top creators to be able to make their shitty games and earn a lot of money of that. Why would they do that?
Teach me!
Now you're just allowing everyone to make shitty games and not only that, earn money. So now people that make like, oh yeah, 2-player poop tycoon or 1 clicks equals 1 fight, extra farts on weekends, or just straight up a ripoff of an existing Steam game. They can earn money by making their sloppy game. Roblox, do you not realize that this is actively ruining your website and making less people want to play it?
Stop. You need to pass to be able to get paid. State your name.
Your mommy tycoon.
Oh, my apologies. Going right through, sir. Stop. State your name. Otherwise, you ain't going through, pal. Otherwise, you're not getting paid.
It's me, Legal Company. I'm an obvious ripoff of Lethal Company.
You're allowed. Go through.
Thank you very much.
Stop. State your name.
Oh, me? I'm just a unique game. I don't really have a name yet.
I don't think you're going anywhere, pal.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yes, there's other lighting. Yes, it's later in the day. I had to go learn how to drive, so I was away for a bit, but I'll continue on with my video now. Now, ever so often, there does release a good game on Roblox. And then it gets really popular, and a lot of people start playing it. They get in game purchases, and other games start copying, but they differ just enough so it's another game. This has happened a lot, okay? And it's not like there doesn't release any good games, it's just like whenever one does, or sometimes when a good game releases, it happens like that. I mean, off the top of my head, when this has happened, I can say Grow a Garden, which I don't find a good game. I don't like it, but it's an example because you have like grow a fish, grow an aquarium, grows offline. It has a million other copies. And another example of this is well, I mean, Grow a Garden is currently the only one I could think of, but I know there are more. Okay, I know there are more. I just can't think of them right now. Look, as stupid as it sounds, I think Roblox falls under art. And you know, this is kind of stupid. I'm talking about Roblox, and it's like, it's kind of like baby stuff. Okay, I get it. But it's like video games. Video games aren't art. Okay, I mean, look at Elden Ring for example. That game is beautiful. You know, it has a great soundtrack. It's fun to play. It's interactive. So I think all of that it falls under art. So because of that, technically Roblox is art too. So making your own Roblox games should be art too. But I mean, you're ruining the art if you're just copying someone else by just trying to make profit of it. That's why almost like every art piece right now gets, you know, it gets ruined. They like use AI generated art right now, which is not art. I don't think you should be calling it art. It just be called AI generative images. Because it's not art, okay? And they use AI art as like their thumbnails too, which makes the game looks worse. And I hate seeing it because actual people are playing this. Like they're not bots. They're real people with brains that play this. What are we doing? A common thing about those like Roblox doesn't have any good games anymore, or Roblox doesn't have games anymore. Try to go back to older times. They just say like, oh yeah, Roblox used to be better. They used to have better games. They used to be more fun. But is that really the case? I put that to the test. I'm gonna take 3 old Roblox games and 3 new Roblox games, and I'm gonna be comparing which is better. I'm gonna be rating them, and at the end, I'll say my opinion, okay? And just remember, I'm biased, okay? It's my opinion. It's what I think of the games. If you think differently, then that's your opinion. But it's not your video, pal. It's my video. Okay? So I'm going to be comparing 3 Roblox games, and we'll take it to the test. We'll see which is better. Now, the first old game I will be talking about is Work at a Pizza Place. This is a very iconic and pretty old game with an active user base of 9,000. I thought it would be more because last I remember it was pretty popular, but I guess I'm remembering. In this game, well, as the name states, you work at a pizza place. So you can deliver pizza through scooter or through trucks. You can make pizzas. You can be the manager, or you can just work as a cashier. Last time I played, which was a while ago, you could also customize your houses and stuff, but nobody really cares about that. This is a very iconic game. It's one of the most popular Roblox games. If you ask someone who knows about Roblox, if they know this game, they'll probably say yes. Because yeah, I'm not just gonna ask anything like, well, my grandma, she wouldn't know that. She doesn't know Roblox. But yeah, it's a pretty iconic game. I'm gonna rate it a 6.5 out of 10. The gameplay, like, if you go to like current games that are pretty popular, they usually like use different like gameplay. Like there's more controls, you can fight and stuff. At least the games I play, because I like fighting games. But I think it aged pretty well. It's fun to play ever so often. You can roleplay like a pizza guy or something. Maybe like make up your own scenarios and stuff. So that's still pretty cool, but it isn't anything too crazy. So I think anything higher than a 6.5 would be too high. Now, the first new game I will be talking about is Jujutsu Shenanigans. Now, okay, there's a reason I picked this game, okay? It falls under the Arena Fighter categories, and it's also a pretty new Arena Fighter. Like, I, of course, still remember when it came out. It was like 2 years ago or something. And I also picked this because it has something that, like, a lot of new games do, which is actually an anime parody. Now, me being a big fan of anime and sometimes playing Roblox when I'm bored, I like playing anime games. It's very easy because it doesn't like require Bandai Namco to make something professional and then end up failing it like they did with the Jujutsu Kaisen game they did or the new Hunter x Hunter game that released. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it's out yet, but I've heard it's pretty bad. So most of these Roblox games are pretty good. Now I could have picked any other game. Okay, I could have picked ABA 2 because it's also an arena fighter, but that's kind of too old to be a new game and too new to be an old game. So I don't really pick that one. Plus, it gets a lot of new updates, which defeats my point of what I'm trying to say with the old games. Also, I could have picked YBA. I loved playing that game back in the day, but I'm not going to be talking about it. It doesn't really get updates anymore, so it's also not really like a new game anymore, but back in the day, I loved playing it. 2021, I grinded like crazy on it. And you also have Dragon Soul, but I don't think it's popular enough. Or like, well, it gets played a lot, but Jujutsu Shenanigans has more players. So I'm just going to be talking about Jujutsu Shenanigans. I'm going to say what it's like, okay? I'm going to talk about it a bit. So, Jujutsu Shenanigans is a Jujutsu Kaisen fighting game on Roblox with an active player base of around 170k players, which is way more compared to work at a pizza place. But it's more relevant right now. More people play it. You basically, the gameplay is you just fight against people and you can select your characters. You can choose between your favorite Jujutsu Kaisen character, except if they aren't released yet. And it's pretty fun. They have stage destruction. So overall, I think I'm going to rate it a 7 out of 10. The reason I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 is because back in the day when it first released, the other arena fighter, which was very popular, is Strongest Battlegrounds. Or yeah, I guess actually Battlegrounds game, but whatever. And that game was fun too. I don't really play it anymore, so that also defeats the point of new game. It doesn't really get any updates, I think. And also, Jujutsu Shenanigans has a way more creative art style. It's more silly. You have stage destruction. You can pick up trash cans and throw them, but I guess you could do that too in Strongest Battlegrounds. And of course, it was very fun to play back in the day. I wanted more updates. I wanted more characters. Now they do have that. So yeah, I think it's pretty fair. I'm going to give it a 7.5. 7.5 out of 10 black flashes. I think that's pretty fair. Now, for the second old game that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be Survive a Natural Disaster. Now, this is a very, again, iconic game of Roblox, and it has an active player base of around 10,000, which, again, isn't that much compared to the newer games. This one is just a very fun game where, as the name states, you have to survive a natural disaster. A lot of these old games have very simple titles, but yeah. I guess Roblox was also a bit simpler back then. The gameplay doesn't really involve much other than just walking around, climbing on ladders, finding a safe place, and surviving from disasters. Some of these disasters include a volcano, tornado, tsunami, and a meteor. You have lots of others too, but off the top of my head, it's just these. So, yeah. Pretty simple game. It's not really that much expanded on, but it's a simple concept and it's fun. You can play it sometimes, but it gets boring pretty fast. I would say give this around 6 tornadoes out of 10. Pretty fun game, very iconic. I think that's a fair rating. Now, the second new game that I will be talking about is Gakuran. Now I'm gonna be honest, okay? I've heard of this game, I've seen Roblox videos of it before, but I've never really played it. I've only really made fun of it, or I guess the people that play it. So I started it up and I started playing it. So instead of explaining how this game works, I'm instead just going to talk about my experience playing it, which wasn't that long, but it's enough to talk about and give it a rating, I guess. But yeah. Now, for the final old game, drumroll please, it's Pokemon Brick Bronze! What? Wait, sorry, I have to get this. What do you mean it got deleted? So, as you may or may not know, Pokemon Brick Bronze is kind of a Pokemon ROM hack, but on Roblox. You could have choose your own starter, and you can venture off into the world of Brick Bronze. I don't actually know what the region name is called. This was a very fun game. It was one of the most fun games I played, but it got discontinued and removed off Roblox in 2018 due to copyright with Pokemon Company, of course, because Nintendo's very strict with their copyright. Yeah, this game was a very fun game. I loved playing it back in the day, going home from school and just playing it. I was too broke to buy real Pokemon games, and I was too stupid to emulate. So this was the perfect solution. I mean, it just doesn't feel the same anymore. Like, even when they try to revive it with Brick Bronze Forever, and you have to join a freaking Discord server to play the game, or there are other games that the same studio makes, Lumion Legacy, it just doesn't hit the same as Brick Bronze did. But yeah, I'm biased, okay? I'm gonna rate this a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 Pokemon COD. Because it's just too nostalgic for me. I'm sorry. I'm biased. Whatever. Now, the last and third new game that I will be discussing is Grow a Garden 2. I know. I've talked about Grow a Garden earlier, about how it has 1 million copies and it gets very popular.
Yeah.
But the reason I chose this game as the last old game is not because I like it or anything. It's just I looked at the most popular games and it was one of the most popular new games. So I just picked that one. I had to. Now, I was never really a fan of Grow a Garden. I never really liked it, and I never got into it. I don't really get how people like playing it. So, it came to me, I was surprised when I saw it, that it released it too. So I went on it, because, maybe it was more better, it was more fun. But, it was just the same game. The layout was a bit different. They made classical music. I was very disappointed, but I wasn't that surprised. This game also put its studs on to make it look like an old game. It has a very simple title too, like I've discussed earlier with the old games. And honestly, it's just not for me. It's boring. There's nothing to do. If you've noticed anything, you've probably noticed that I like fighting games, which this game doesn't have. It's just planting your seeds, waiting for it to grow, selling your seeds, buying new seeds, waiting for them to grow. It's very repetitive, and I don't like it. It tries to make itself look very old and retro, while most of the player base didn't even exist when Roblox looked like that. And it just comes off as ugly, and the UI is ugly too. I don't like this game, guys. I'm gonna rate it a 2 out of 10 carrots grown. So here comes the answer. Were older Roblox games really better than the new ones? I know how I talked about Brick Bronze, and I found Brick Bronze way better than Grow a Garden, but what do I really think? If you have to ask me, I don't think that Roblox game has really fallen in quality. If anything, most of them are better. They have more gameplay, more controls. It's way more fun, some games, than the old ones. The old ones were actually fun because, well, you were a kid. You had way more creativity and everything was way more fun. But that doesn't make it better. Roblox just seems uglier and more worse now because of all the sloppy games and all the people just wanting to get paid, copying games and stuff. And that's how it gets oversaturated too. But in reality, it really isn't that bad. They have a lot of fun games, and I still play it ever so often whenever I'm bored or whenever I play with friends. There's still a lot of fun games out there. And I don't think they have decreased in quality. So I don't think they got worse. I think some even got better. Some don't even involve like a lot of in-game payments just for like maybe like a premium pass because they need to get paid, which I kind of understand. So no, the answer is no. I don't think Roblox games have decreased in quality. Also, to end this video on a good note, I'll say a few games that I like. First of all, I'm gonna say Dragon Soul. Now, you might not know this, but I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan. I'm just an anime fan in general, but Dragon Ball was one of my favorite animes. Not only growing up, but I still really like it. So seeing this game as a sort of Dragon Ball MMO, kind of like Dragon Ball Online, it was very fun. I liked grinding on this game. I don't really play it that much anymore, but back when I did, I loved it. It's very cool. It is cool cutscenes. The gameplay is fun, though it gets a bit boring to grind sometimes. But it's still very cool to see all your iconic Dragon Ball moves in this game. So I definitely recommend it. The second game, or games should I say, are these abstract Roblox games you can find online. Whenever I'm with my friends, I just hop on and I play these games. It's fun to interpret what they're all about and just seeing how weird the games are. Even though sometimes it doesn't really make sense, it's just a fun experience, even though you just have to walk around sometimes. I'll put one up because I honestly can't even read the names because it's sometimes in Russian or whatever. But I definitely recommend them. They're very fun to play around with and just, walk around and kind of do nothing. I know it sounds boring, but it's very fun. Plus, they don't shove advertisements in your face. Now, the final game I recommend is Dueling Grounds. I played this game with my friend. You can just pick a weapon and just start fighting each other. And it's kind of simple, but it's very fun. I mean, you've noticed already. I like fighting games. But yeah, I definitely recommend that one. So, those are the games I recommend, guys. That was the video. I hope you guys like it. Make sure to smash that subscribe button. Destroy the subscribe button. Leave behind a comment, guys. Guys, follow my TikTok, my Instagram, my Twitter. Friend me on Facebook. Friend me on WeChat. Follow me on my way home. Alright, that was it. I'm off to play Mog Run and mog people on Roblox while balding and growing pimples on my face.